Alright, I just wanted to make a quick video comment here on the Trump tariffs and what they mean. Obviously, I don't read the news, so I don't see the headlines, but I'm on YouTube, I see all the other finance YouTubers commenting regarding the Trump tariffs, and I have my own ideas regarding this. If you want me to read a specific piece of news, of course, send it in the Discord, I will take a look at it. But other than that, I stay away from that. The only true value, in my opinion, is press releases and, of course, official earnings releases. Alright, back to the tariff situation. At first, it makes absolutely no sense. You look at it and you see that every single country is hit with it, including Thailand here, where I'm at now, but also countries like Madagascar. And if we look at the formula, I'm not going to go too much into it, I'm just going to cover it really quickly. But basically, what they're measuring is the trade deficit in this case. And they're straight up using that to calculate the tariff that America will hit the other country with. And they point to a very fancy formula, but if you look at what the Greek letters really mean, the XI and all that other stuff that they like to point to, you see that it's really simple basically. But alright, so it makes zero sense. You look at a country like, for example, Madagascar, hit with a big tariff, very poor country. They export a lot of vanilla, in this case, to the United States. However, stop and think about it a bit. What happened when, for example, Russia got banned from exporting energy? Well, all of a sudden export from Kazakhstan, of all places, shot up by almost the same amount as the banned Russian energy exports. Is this a way to circumvent the ban on export and just use another country to sell the energy? Well, it seems to be that way indeed, if you use common sense. So apply this, and it makes a lot more sense why the US would hit all of the countries with some sort of tariff in a seemingly random way. Because if all countries are hit with a tariff, well, then there's no way to circumvent the tariffs. You can't just export to Mexico and then Mexico will export to United States, and by doing that you go around the ban. No way. And that gives the US more leverage. They can negotiate harder. What do they really want in this case? Well, all speculation once again, but the United States has an extreme privilege in the form of being the reserve currency of the world. Every export is done. Every international trade is settled in dollars. So the world needs dollars, and this has artificially driven up the price of the dollar as a result of this demand. Economists say roughly 20% more expensive, and Americans can enjoy more consumption as a result of this. So what could America possibly want? Well, they do not want to lose that exorbitant privilege, that's for sure. The downside, however, that comes with being the world reserve currency is that your exports will not be very competitive. You are competing with other nations, other currencies that are cheaper as a result of this. And then we see, for example, manufacturing leaving. That's fine, I guess. I don't think that Americans want to make Nike shoes. I think they want to wear Nike shoes. However, this hurts in other aspects. And I think that once the world has felt this tariff for a little bit, I think we're gonna see demands come out for nations to basically peg their currency to the dollar in this case. That's one way. that the US could keep their amazing privilege of being the reserve currency of the world, while also maintaining competitiveness in the global market in certain industries. So they basically set up the trading system to suit them back in the day. The world has changed since then, and I think that right now they're trying to just make another favorable deal for themselves. Alright, that's been it for this video, commenting on the tariffs, speculating on why and what the end goal is. And as always, hope you guys make a ton of money, whatever investments you decide to make. Take care now. Bye bye.